foto gezet.
Yanımızda Avrupa Uzay Ajansı'nın astronotu Andrej Kuipers var. Kendisi aynı zamanda benim röportaj yaptığım ilk astronottu yıllar önce. Hello Mr. Kuipers.
Hello.
Hello. Good to see you again, once again. So I would like to ask you first, what do you think about this event and what does it mean to you, all your colleagues, all together here?
I think the Association of Space Explorers is a very good organization to show that we should all work together to make it a better Earth. It started in the Cold War and it's not government-based, it's not agency-based. Yeah. These are individuals. We all up there, we care for each other, we depend on each other and we take care of our planet. And so this association is a very good way to bring the people together from all the different countries and all the different backgrounds. And one of our tasks is also to show how beautiful the planet is and how important science and technology is. So I think these planetary congresses are very important for everybody.
Yeah. So you have lots of colleagues and you have kind of a group, a unique group, astronauts leagues or some kind of like that. As a group, do you have formers and active ones like you, sir? Do you have a specific goal for the as astronauts for the Earth?
Yes. Everybody who makes one orbit around the Earth can become a member. So that means that we have people who walked on the moon, and we have people who made one orbit. So that is the criteria. So all kind of different backgrounds, scientists, pilots from different countries, some for long stays, very short or very special missions. So, and we all have this feeling that we belong, that we are all citizens of the planet. So it's one planet, very fragile planet, and we try to, well, demonstrate it to the people. We try to talk about it all over the world, and of course we also want to inform each other the new developments that are going on.
Maybe
so
encourage people, like...
Absolutely encourage people. That's why we always have a community day. On the Wednesday we go out into the country. And that's a beautiful way to go and talk to children and students and make them enthusiastic about science and technology and also about our beautiful Earth.
You're inspiring people, sir.
Absolutely. That's the whole idea, that we inspire people not only to become astronauts themselves, which they should try if they want to, but also to be involved in spaceflight and the discovery of the planet. Lots of astronauts already worked in space business because they were passionate about it. So this is what we try to achieve.
2 years ago in our interview you said Jules Verne was the author that inspired you, and you become inspiring other people too.
Absolutely, yes. So people need dreams. You need dreams, and then you have to think about if it's possible, work on it, follow your passion. So I hope that all the children who have a passion, that they follow it, go for it, really do it. You know, you need to dare also. You need to make decisions into the direction of your passion.
And as last question, sir, after the Cold War, they said, after the moon, landing on the moon, they said the space programs are lacking. I'm going backwards. They are not going to moon, the Mars projects are suspended, etc. But now it's like we are in a new era.
That's true, yes.
And you are an active astronaut, so what's your expectations in the upcoming future, sir?
Yes.
With the Perseverance, the Mars and Artemis project? This is my last question.
It looks that there are a lot of dips and that things go down, but if you look from 200, 300 years from now, you will see a line. You will see Sputnik, you will see Gagarin, you will see Armstrong, and then we go to the moon and to Mars again. It will happen. It's slow, because we're in the middle of it. It looks like it's not happening, but slowly we are doing it. So humans will spread out, will go back to the moon, will go to Mars, and even beyond. I mean, we need new technologies, etc., but there is no border. We will continue to develop, and we have to be wise to do it all together and make sure that we use our knowledge for the benefit of the planet, and space is part of it. We will get resources from space, energy or special minerals, etc. The future is bright.
Thank you so much for your answer, sir. It's once again to see you. It's an honor for me, sir. Really.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah, photo please.
Please.
Şimdi de yanımızda Victor Glover var ve kendisi aktif görevdeki astronotlardan bir tanesi. Artemis 2'de 2024'te seçilen astronotlardan bir tanesi. Kendisi bize zaman ayırdı ve ona birkaç sorumuz olacak. Mr. Glover, glad to meet with you. It's an honor for us to meet with an actual astronaut in an active mission.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here, and thank you for talking to me today.
Of course, sir. For my first question, we are so curious about a new mission and the Artemis project and the space mining. An actual astronaut, you are just right into all of this. What are your thoughts?
Well, you know, the Artemis program has some really lofty goals. We are going to get humans back to the moon with our mission. Artemis 2 will be the first people to go back in over 50 years. We're eventually going to have a lunar landing where we put people on the surface of the moon. We're going to have a gateway, a space station that orbits the moon. And really, this is the beginning of humans going to Mars. The same technology, the same procedures, the same flight control are the same ones that are going to get us onto Mars eventually. And so the Artemis program is doing lots of amazing things. But one of the most amazing things, and what I'm really excited about, especially being here in Turkey, is the international nature of Artemis. We're going but with our partners, our corporate partners, but also our international partners. And so Artemis is really humanity's return to the moon, not just America's.
What could be the most difficulty challenge that you will face in that mission, sir?
Now, I'm glad you brought up difficulty because we don't talk about this enough. You know, it's easy to talk about the moon and the science and all of the benefits, but going to space, any mission, wherever you're going, on a suborbital mission, on a short orbital mission, a 6-month or 1-year stay on the space station, it comes with risk, real risk.
And people died before in the history.
People have died before, exactly. So it is very serious business. And honestly, if I tell you 10 things right now, it could be that 11th thing that gets you. So I'm worried about, not worried, I'm concerned about all the pieces. But that's what we do. That's why we do the work that we're doing, is to bring those risks down and to understand them. But no matter how hard you work before a mission, to sit on top of a rocket and launch to space and come home in a fireball involves some amount of risk. You cannot do space exploration, human space exploration, risk-free. And so it will be risky. But I'm less concerned because I know the people that are helping us overcome these challenges, and I have full confidence in this crew and in the teams that are going to help us accomplish the mission.
All due respect, sir, with NASA, what will they expect you to achieve in that mission? What's your primary goal in that mission?
Great question. Artemis 2. Artemis 2's mission is to make sure that the Orion spacecraft is safe to fly for people. Once that's proven to be true, then we can go on and do more complex missions like docking to a lunar lander or docking to a space station or going farther or into new orbits. We want to go to the South Pole on the surface of the moon, and that's going to require humans to go into an orbit that we haven't done before. It's called the near rectilinear halo orbit. It allows us to go by the poles so that we can affect the landing on the South Pole. And so this mission, Artemis 2, we're going to test out the life support systems, make sure that we can eat, sleep, use the bathroom, take pictures of the moon, and just survive for 10 days, and then we come back to Earth. And at the very end of the mission, one of the most important test objectives will be completed, making sure that that heat shield can keep the spacecraft safe on entry, and then that those parachutes come out and slow the spacecraft down to a nice, gentle...
Basically live in that moon.
Our test objective is to live in the spacecraft, but to live. That's the objective. That's the mission.
Never done it before.
Not in Orion. Not in Orion. We sent people to the moon in Apollo, a very similar type of technology, but now we've got more modern computers and modern manufacturing, but the hardware looks very similar. And so now we're just making sure that this generation's hardware, the Artemis hardware, is safe for humans.
And for my last question, sir, space mining. And with space mining project, what will humanity accomplish with this? Because as we heard from the lots of scientists, it will be extremely expensive. And What kind of benefits we will get from that?
Yeah, so
And how?
Yeah, so I'm not a specialist, right? We have some colleagues who are geophysicists and geologists that could maybe talk some more to the details, the intricacies. But I will tell you this, it's just like power generation or a mining of anything. If you can put the usage and the storage closer to the source, that's going to save you money and time. And so by being able to go and use resources where they are, if we can find things like water on the moon, we're able to not just make rocket fuel. That's the thing everyone talks about. Liquid oxygen, liquid hydrogen, they make rocket fuel. But you know what else needs water? You and me.
Exactly.
Humans. It helps us to keep people alive. And so if we can find water, we think of mining and we often like to think of these exotic chemicals, but if we can find a source of water that can help keep humans alive and provide power for us to go farther into the solar system. That's why it's important for us to get out there and find resources that we can use to keep us alive and to going further.
Mr. Glover, we admire your courage.
Thank you.
And your bravery, and I appreciate for your time. It's really glad to meet with you, sir.
Very nice to meet you too. Thank you.
Thank you. For the camera. Thank you, sir.
My pleasure.